Hey class, Jim here. I am logged in as a student and I want to get to the Honorlock Orientation Quiz. So this is for all of you that are going to test from home. So we will get to the Honorlock dashboard through content. Come over, click on Honorlock Proctoring, and there is the Honorlock dashboard. So this is where we will see all things available to us through Honorlock. At this moment, the only thing available is the orientation quiz. As the semester goes on, you'll see exam 1, exam 2, and eventually the final. All right, so we're going to launch that. And we will have some check boxes that we have to click and just move through a bunch of details, run a system check. That just takes a second. And then we can see a summary of what you're allowed and what you're not allowed. Here will be allowable websites, so the Desmo Scientific Calculator is available. You cannot bring any handwritten notes, but once I finish the course notes, you will have a link here that allows you to open up the course formula sheet. Now we need to go through the authentication process where we're going to get a picture taken, we have to show an ID, and then we have to share our screen. So I'm going to begin the authentication process. All right, so it's telling me that I have a couple of tabs open. Let me lower my browser here so you can see these two tabs have to be closed. This is the testing tab that will stay open. So I'm going to close these two tabs. And let me pull this back up. So I'm going to try again. So this window came up. All right, so I've got everything shut except for that one tab. And remember that you have to be in the Chrome browser with the Honorlock extension. I'll hit continue, and I understand. And now I have to stop. So I am recording this screen through a piece of software called Camtasia, and it's detecting that. So I'm going to stop this recording, and then I'm going to pull out my phone and record the rest of it that way. All right, I am back and I have closed the recording software, so I'm going to close that out and I'm going to try to authenticate again. All right, so it detects no open software, so now I can come through and I can do a couple of clicking things. Now it's going to ask for my face. So that's successful. And now it's going to ask for an ID. So I am logged in as a student. I don't have a student ID, so I'm going to pause right here because I've got to have them bypass this step for me. Okay, I'm back. I had that screen bypassed, so let's take a look at what's on the screen now. All right, so I need to share my screen. So let's see what happens. Also notice that I have a new tab open from that help session, so I'm going to have to close that at some point. Let's just see what it asks me to do. It should ask me to close that. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to hit continue here. And then I'm going to click on my screen to share. So I'm clicking entire screen, click share. And it's telling me not to close this page during the assessments. That's this little tiny tab right there. Here's where I'm going to open up my lab math. So at some point I need to close this extra tab that's open up here. I'm just going to close it now. And then I'm going to click open site. And it's bringing me here. Let's see, I'm going to click this. I'm going to click open in new window. So this one is Honorlock enabled. That's the one I want, the Honorlock Orientation Quiz. So that's what I want to click on. So I have to open this first. Now I have found my assessment. I don't know the password, so I click I have found my assessment. And then I click unlock assessment. It will enter the password for me. I will click submit. And now we can start it. And I'm going to minimize this a little more so it's in the screen. Oh, I guess I can't. You are not permitted to, okay. It warned me I'm not allowed to do that. Okay. So the first question on the orientation quiz is just sort of showing you how you have to have your web camera set up so that it can see your face and your page. You can have it set up in front if you can get the distance away from your camera. You can have it set up at the side. So both of these setups are totally fine. And you'll just go through each of these questions. A couple of them have little videos that you click on to watch and then answer the question. And this little orientation quiz will get you familiar with how Honorlock works. Once you're done, you'll click Submit Quiz. All right, let me know if you have any questions.